Doing great. My name is Diana. I want to say thank you to all of you that are following my channel. I see many new faces around. So I am a yoga teacher, I am a mentor, I am a therapist. I work with astrology, yoga, meditation, and different techniques that helps us to connect with our bodies, to connect with ourselves, and to connect with something greater. In this video today, I'm going to give you some practices that you can use in your daily life when you are under stress, under pressure, and you really want to come down and come back to yourself. So stay with me until the end and we will start. So let's start by closing our eyes, taking a few deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And with our hands in our heart, we will set an intention for this moment, or even for this day, for this week. Something that is vibrating in our hearts, that is aligned with us. And once this intention is clear, we can open our eyes. So now you ask me, why setting an intention? The practice of setting an intention is very important because it helps us to direct our, let's say, our focus into what we want to invite in our daily lives. So when we are having intentions and setting intentions, we are not just dispersing our focus everywhere. There is something concrete, there is something tangible, there is something we are directing to. So the intention can be sometimes to be in my heart, the intention can be to be more present, the intention can be to watch my breath, the intention can be to be kind to myself. So many things you can use as the intention. I remember when I started setting intentions, I was always trying to set intentions for everything I do, because I read, I don't remember where, that you should set an intention every time before you leave the house so that you direct your movement, so to say. And I remember setting the intention once that I wanted to have an interesting interaction after leaving the house. And then randomly I ran up to an old friend. So the practice of setting intentions really helps to direct our energy into something, and then let's say the universal forces will conspire to make it happen. So that's a great thing that I wanted to bring here today. It's the power of setting an intention. Another thing that I teach in my classes and that I want to share with you, I feel it's so important, is the simple practice of listening to our heart. So we hear this a lot, listen to your heart, listen to your heart, listen to your heart, get out of the mind, listen to your heart. Yes, and it's so important to listen to our hearts, but then the question is, how? How do we do it when we have such busy minds, when there is so much mental chatter? There is something that is very simple, and it's already listening to your heart. So I call it the beginning of listening to your heart. And this is just a simple practice of closing your eyes and putting your hands in your heart and listening to your heartbeat. So staying here a few minutes, just listening to your heartbeat, feeling your heartbeat. it is already listening to your heart. This is a practice that also helps us to calm down our nervous system. Yeah, makes us feel more in tune with ourselves. You will feel the difference really. If you are super stressed or confused or full of ideas and the mind is like ta-da, just close your eyes, put your hands in your heart and just stay there for a few minutes. Because the heart is always there. And then the heart and the breath are two things that will never leave you in this life, at least in this physical body, in this physical incarnation. So to practice the listening to your heart, it's an art. And you can start this way. Because if you stay a few minutes just with your hands in your heart and listening to your heartbeat, it's already something and it already calms you down, and then you can start to listen deeper to your heart. So I love this practice as well. Another thing that definitely is really important, and nowadays we hear so much about somatics, and yes, the movement and allowing our body and the wisdom of our bodies to do its own magic. That's why dance, and specifically dance as in the ecstatic dance, or when you are dancing free and you leave the mind and it's not to impress anyone, it's a great practice because you just allow your body to do any movement, even if it looks weird. And believe me, to be fully yourself, you have to look weird many times. But also it's in the looking weird that the greatest joy comes. When we dare to be authentic, when we dare to be ridiculous sometimes, when we dare to play and be like a child. So another thing you can do in your life is asking your body, what movement does it need? Sometimes you don't need to ask, because sometimes you know, okay, I feel my shoulders are tight. And then you can do some shoulder rolls. Or sometimes it's like the hips, so then you can do some rotations. That already helps us. And then sometimes the body just wants to do like stretching or other crazy movements, and this is the art of listening. So you have no agenda. Your agenda is only to listen to your body, is only to listen to yourself. So then just go with that listening. And when I say listen to yourself, I'm not saying listening to the mental chatter again, because this is conversations of the machine, and we really want to listen to the vehicle. So we are not just focused on the, let's say, the electronics of the machine. We really want to embody the full spectrum. So for that we need to listen. So listening to the heart, listening to the body, offering it the movement it needs. That's already something that is very important. And then, of course, sometimes there are deeper things that we might be called to listen. Let's say that something happened in your life, an emotion was generated, or let's say some trauma was activated, or someone said something to you and that touched another memory of the past, and now you start imagining that, oh, this is again this type of situation, and then your mind is repeating the situation over and over again, and you are like, oh my god, here I am again. And many of these times you are not there again, but as that type of situation has that type of memory and that type of emotion associated with it, you start replaying all over again. So in these moments it's really important to pause and to come back to yourself and to ask yourself, what do I need in this moment? But it's not asking this from the moment of like, I what do I need in this moment? No. First you stop, you breathe, then you can do some movement, like going with your body, doing some movement. You can even do some shaking. It will be better to do it standing. Now I would have to move the camera, so I'm not gonna do that, but you got the idea. And then, of course, this is personal. I'm gonna share it with you. It's what I do. To me, sound really helps. So yesterday something happened. I saw that I was reacting. I was already like on my mind, like so many ideas, and this is because of that, and da 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 da. And then I realized, okay, what do I need? I'm not singing. I need expression. So then I pick my guitar, but then if you don't have a guitar, you don't need a guitar because you have an instrument that we all do, which is the voice. And if you just release the voice without judgment, without saying, I want to sound like Beyonce, or I want to sound like XYZ. If you just sing, then you will see like how also emotions are released, how the waters move, how you also feel a greater connection. So here you are listening to your soul, and that's also so important. So let's just play something. Stop and listen to your soul. Pause for a minute and listen to your soul. You got your own song, but you gotta dig is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this little time we had together. Please follow this account, share with your friends, like, subscribe, support me on this journey. I'm also here to support you, and yeah.